The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Let's go. South, south, south. Good.
From the 38. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave them with a 4th and 2. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Check.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go now.
Made a throw it. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1, and number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
All right.
From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Two jet. Hey, Uno.
Shotgun now, 1st round. He has the first over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Here we go.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. Mixon. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
On the quick, right?
Again, the give to Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. Mixon on 3rd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Tank Dell the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Hold it ready.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Stephanie.
Running this one left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Here we go. Shot. Hook.
May. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get up.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Okay, great.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go. 70 range. 70 range. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's May. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 22 on that one. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They send a man in motion. 1st down throw for May. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
To the air yet again, May. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
May on 1st and 10. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Ready, set.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
70 Timberwolves. Go! Broncos switch. Broncos take over.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Come on, set. Cougar 19. Set. Hey. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. We'll take it in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
All right.
Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Milton Williams making a stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Texans working here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud. Has his man, it's Mixon. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Robin. Nike Texans.
Now it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Forced out to his right. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. One last play before the break. Now a give left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go now.
To the air on 1st down, May. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
They give it to him again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
19 tight, 19 tight. Set up. Go.
Trying again following the sack. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Look hot.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans push their lead further to start the half. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And they definitely wanted more out of that return. He can't challenge for much and is out at the 12. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. May trying again here on 2nd. That pass is caught by Bell. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Buffalo 18.
Here's May. Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
May now. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Here's Sly to try the point after. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Texans have possession, hoping to close out a win and advance in the postseason. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now, 1st round. He's got him, that's Mixon. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11.
From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
May on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Cut out left. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys they can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
To the air yet again, May. That's taken in by Bell. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, here we go.
Made out a throw on third. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. Ball at the 33 for first down. On the carry, this is Mixon. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Here we go.
It's Mixon on second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll throw on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Brings it in at the 12. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Pats will take over. They're out and set. First and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Shut up. Tracking 60. Take go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Back to the air, it's May. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with third and long. They've got a man in motion. May now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, let's go. Hey.
Running left is Mixon. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.